Okay, this time we're going to look at the difference between static and dynamic websites. I've got a couple of examples here for you. This is a leaf tree surgeon website that is actually quite static. Now that seems strange. Static means it stays the same. And as you can see, this has got a slideshow that is running through a series of pictures one after the other. So it seems to be a moving and doing things. But static means in terms of you as the user compared to the owner. You as the user can do very little to alter what is on this screen. If these slides are going to change, if these pictures are going to change, if the order in which they appear is going to change, the owner, the person who owned the website, has got to go into the back end, the HTML, and make those changes himself or herself. Now you as the user can't really alter what appears on the screen. You can follow the links and look at the other pages, but within these pages you can't reorder these things or filter them or do a search to find just what you're particularly looking for. On the other hand, if we go to the Infrared Pens website, we can look at things on this screen and say, well, there are things on here we can change. For a start, we've got two language buttons. I can change the language to a different language, and this is not, the owner has not written all this in these various languages. It's taking advantage of a Google feature for Translate, which takes major words and changes them automatically. But that's dynamic because you as the user are doing it and not the owner. The owner didn't have to do that for you. And just turn that back to English. There's also the ability over here to change the prices from pounds to euros and to dollars. And you see if I make that alteration, the screen takes a little while to refresh, but then we come up with the values in euros. We can also do a search. So if I search in here for pens, not pen actually, then hopefully, yep, we'll see we've got a range of different pens and elements appearing. Some of these don't appear to have anything to do with pen, but within their description they'll probably have the word pen, and so the database that's been searched has presented these as possible answers. And this is dynamic. Depending on what you're typing into the search box, you get a different page being presented to you. So dynamic really does rely on the fact that at the back end there's a database with all this information. Now I'm just going to flick to the other menu to show you what I mean by the back end. You can see we've got a few points. We can sort those by name, position, price, etc. So again, another dynamic feature. Change them up the page. But I want you to draw your attention to these two elements here: a USB 4GB flash drive, bit overpriced, and a USB Bluetooth dongle. If we go to the back end, you can see we've got those products on here. There's the Bluetooth dongle, and there's the 4GB flash drive. The owner can change these, and in this case I'm actually going to change it so that they're no longer visible, so I'm going to change those to disabled. And when that comes up as disabled, I'll go back to the page, my dynamic page, there we go, and refresh this, and we should see these two in the top left here disappear because they're no longer part of the catalogue. So dynamic sites, you can alter, the user can alter by choosing options, either drop-down menus, sort arrangements, language pickers, or a search box. Quite often forums will also be a feature because what you're doing is you're saving something that's being stored on the database and then being presented to other people. Static websites, if these pages are going to change, the owner has got to actually do something in the background for you to change the page. You don't get the choice of what appears on the page. So static stays the same, the owner changes anything. Dynamic, you're able to choose and enter things and make the pages yourself.